Good night, world. This is Ivan American. This is going to be my fourth video. Oh my god, Ivan, you've never done a four video marathon? Yes, this is the first time I've ever done a four video marathon. As all my other days, I did on average 2 to 3 videos. So what? And if I sound a bit weird, I drank like 5 beers, so I'm a bit buzzed, obviously. Right. 6 beers gives me a nice tipsy buzz, obviously, right? Yeah, you're looking at another very interesting video in this very interesting Ivan's Listening series, obviously. Ivan, what are you going to talk about? I'm going to talk about the usual. Sky Source, you know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson, all those usual stuff I'm going to be talking about, obviously. My 17. Yep. I'm going to talk about my 17, obviously, first. I'm going to delve into other topics, obviously. So I'm going to talk about Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Ryan Coogler, Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams. Those are my top 5 candidates. Had the people who wrote Avengers 2. Those are my top candidates for my script position, obviously. I'm thinking those guys, obviously. Yeah. I'm gonna ask George Lucas. When I hired George Lucas and he helps me plan Skysis with VJ, I'm gonna ask him, "Hey George, help me out here, man. Who do you think is out of all these guys? Who do you think are the best 2 guys?" And George Lucas is like, I don't know, Ivan. I consulted for Mandalorian. I think Jon Favreau is one of your best guys, obviously, or maybe Ryan Coogler, because Ryan Coogler wrote that masterpiece, Black Panther, man. He's good for that role too. You see what I'm saying? Here? And high chance there's going to be a bidding war with Ryan Coogler, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. This has been crazy, man. Even J.J. Abrams. Because by the time I start Sky Source, J.J. Abrams' big contract will be up, obviously. And Hollywood's going to throw J.J. Abrams a lot of money, too. They're going to throw Rian Johnson a lot of money, too. All these guys are going to throw them a lot of money, man. But I can easily compete with Hollywood because I have the keys and I'm the bank man. Whereas Hollywood, they don't have the kind of money that I have. Yeah, Ivan has billions in his bank. He has the keys. Yeah, man. Easy to compete with Hollywood, no problem. Yeah. High chance guys like Kevin Feige, the boss, he's the boss of Marvel. He's gonna throw Ryan Coogler a lot of money too. Hey Ryan, we'll pay you on, or we'll pay you 10 million for the Black Panther 3. You know what I'm saying? I offer Ryan Coogler a $50 million bonus, which is like 9 million in your bank. So if so, I don't know if Marvel offers Ryan Coogler 10 million for Black Panther 3, that's 6 million in your bank. With the agent, that's like 5.5 million around there. If I offer him a $50 million sign bonus, that's 9 million in his bank before he even starts working. I offer him his 2.1 million salary. It's a better deal. And you get all these perks. I'm also offering him perks, a 2-week vacation. You know what I'm saying? $250,000 royalty check, $2,000 gift card. The bonus after film is completed. The money for the commercials. 20,000. Luxury buffet. Hollywood doesn't serve these directors and actors luxury buffet that I'm sure them. No, they serve them shittier food. It's Hollywood's cheap, yeah. They can't compete with me, man. I'm too big, man. Yeah, man. You want to grab guys like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni from Hollywood, you have to throw them a lot of money, obviously. High chance Hollywood's going to offer John the president position or like a law. They're going to offer him a lot of money to executive produce all these shows. We'll pay you $17 million a year, John. Chances are Jon Favreau has an agent too, obviously. So if it's 10 million with his agent, he's probably make like 9 million bucks, 8.7 million bucks after taxes. Okay, John, I'll pay you $30 million, 18.5, almost $20 in your bank before you even start working. I pay you a rich 6 million, 3 million salary. You get all these perks: the royalty check, the bonus after film's completed, the 2-week vacation, $2,000 gift card, $20,000 for the commercials. It's like an easily grab from Hollywood, no problem. Well, I'm not going any higher than 30 million. If Jon Favreau wants like 40 million, 50 million, I'll tell you, look, man, if this guy's greedy and he wants 40, $50 million, you not accept the deal, that's fucking crazy. He's not worth that money, man. You're worth $30 million sign bonus, but you're not worth 40, $50 million sign. That's crazy. Me and VJ can easily afford it, but I'm not gonna pay you. If you think for 1 second I'm gonna have you do me, have me pay you 50 sign-ons, you're crazy. And have you what? Yeah, I mean, we have bills in our back, we easily afford it, but I'm not paying you a 40, 50 sign-ons. That's crazy. If JJ Abrams wants a 50 sign-ons, look, I'm not paying you 50 sign-ons. That's fucking crazy. $37 is good enough. As you're walking away, I don't know, $21.5 million in your bank. That's a good fucking deal, man. You get your rich $8 million in your salary, and you get your $4 million. That's a good deal. $4 million after taxes is $2.4 million in your bank, and $8 million is $4.8 million in your bank. As I'm giving you a good deal. If you don't like it, you're more than welcome to work in Hollywood and be a dirty slave, eat your shitty food, get flown commercial, be the side attention, be left behind if you don't like my offer. I know what I'm doing. See what I'm saying? I know what I'm fucking doing, guys. Yeah, I mean, you know what you're doing. Yes. The easiest way to compete with Hollywood is give all these guys a fat signing bonus. Money straight to your account before you even start work. And whenever you have a deal with a bonus, it's better than a salary, obviously. Because you're getting a fat check in your bank before you even work. Obviously. And I'm paying all these guys a fat sign bonus. I can even pay Ryan Coogler $50 million. Pay him a nice $50 million sign bonus. That's $9 million in your bank before you start work. You get your rich $2.1 million of your salary, which is 1.2 in your bank. 1.2 in your bank. It's a good deal. You also get your $250,000 bonus after it's completed. Your perks, $2,500 gas card, $2,000 gift card, your 2-week vacation with your family or your wife. I'm giving them all a good deal. See what I'm saying? But something tells me Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are my guys. Those guys are perfect for my sister position, obviously. Somebody tells me because Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have connection too. They're both executive producers of all these shows and for Star Wars, Lucasfilm, obviously. Somebody tells me these two guys are the best men for the job, obviously. You also have Ryan Coogler too. Ryan Coogler's a fucking genius. He's a smart man. You know what I'm saying, he's a genius, obviously. Someone tells me he's good for my movies too. He'll have a lot of good ideas for Xanax too. He's good too, man. Pay him a nice $50 million sign bonus because he's worth a little bit more than Dave Filoni. Pay him $50 million for bonus for every movie. You pay him his rich $2.1 million salary, and he gets his $100,000 raise. All these nice perks. Yeah. If I sound weird, guys, I'm a little bit buzzed because I drank like six cans of beer. Yeah. I'm gonna have this big talk with VJ. I'm also gonna have George. Hey George, man, be honest. Who do you out of all these cans, who are the two best candidates? I don't know, Ivan. J.J. Abrams, Jon Favreau are amazing writers, but man, the Star Wars sequels were a mess. Yes, the Star Wars sequels were a mess. They pretty much ruined George Lucas' legacy. Obviously, the Star Wars sequels were a mess. Obviously, and Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they what? They lived up to my legacy. They made that amazing Mandalorian show. Even though Boba Fett wasn't that great, Mandalorian's an amazing show. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are the masterminds behind that show, obviously. Look, tell John and Dave, look, man, if you could do what you did for Mandalorian, I want you guys on board. Help me out with my Xan script, and I want you guys will be the boss of my company. You'll be my co-executive producers. But they're gonna be making those dirty business calls. But I'm gonna tell John Dave, look, man, when you guys are hired, if you're chosen, obviously, yeah, you'll be doing dirty work, but you won't be doing as much dirty work as the other 5. Because you're the boss of my company, I won't have you do as much dirty work compared to the other 5. But if you think for 1 second I'm gonna pay you a lot of money and have you slack off, no, you're gonna be hard at work doing dirty work. But I'm gonna have the other 5 take the load off you. Look, man, if you guys are bombarded with business calls, tell the secretaries, tell the other 3. Okay, guys, after you're done making these business calls, take low off us, make these business calls. But I'm not going to have you take it. Don't take advantage. I'm going to tell Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, look, man, don't take advantage of the secretaries and the other 3 and don't have them do so much work whereby you barely have the work to do. No. You're going to be hard at work making business calls, but like if you're feeling bombarded, have those other 5 take the low off you. But if you think 1 second I'm going to pay a lot of money, have a slack off, you got anything coming. You're going to be hard at work too. I don't pay you a lot of money for nothing. Because you're the boss, you can have them take a load off you. You see what I'm saying here? You're going to be doing dirty work, but the other five are going to be doing more of the dirty work. You see what I'm saying? Here? Whereas me and VJ and Peter Jackson are going to be chilling pretty much. Because we're the boss. Because Peter Jackson's the boss of my company, I'm not gonna have him do dirty work. No, he's the boss. I'm not gonna fucking have Peter Jackson do dirty work. I'll have him help me co-write the script. That's dirty work, obviously, and make the main calls for eight things. I'm saying, and have him do the consoles for me, which is chilling pretty much. And you know what I'm saying, and have him take his direction as well. I'm not gonna have Peter Jackson do dirty work. No, he's the boss of the movie, obviously. He's even the boss over Jon Favreau. Now, look, tell Jon Favreau, look, man. When I hire Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, they're the boss over you. Yeah, you're the boss of comic, but they're the boss over you, man. They're the boss over you for the movie, obviously. So I'm gonna tell Jon Favreau, look, man. When Peter Jackson tells you to do something, you have to listen to him. The third year when he's running everything in Switzerland, you have to what? Listen to him. He's the boss. I won't have Peter Jackson do the dirty work when he's running with the third year in Switzerland, but I'm gonna have him help out the 7 team a little bit. Okay, Peter. You don't have to do the dirty work in Switzerland. You can have his 17 and the assistant director do the dirty work. But it doesn't hurt to help him out a little bit. Considering you're the executive producer, help him out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do the dirty work, Peter, but help him out a little bit. You see what I'm saying? I don't pay you $10 million for production for nothing. I'm going to find a way to put you to work. Help him out a little bit. Whereas me and VJ will be chilling pretty much. VJ only has to help me make the calls for the main 8 things. We'll do the concept arts, and that's it. And I'll be hard at work co-writing the script with Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson for the first year, which is dirty work, obviously. But even then, it's pretty fun because Zane's is an amazing story and the Doctor's filming us. And Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson will do the concept arts with me and VJ, obviously. You see what I'm saying here? Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson will be doing the concept arts with me and VJ, which is slack. You just sit down in the room, you tell them what pictures you like, and we discuss the story. What changes you want to make, what ideas we have for this story. That's all we're going to do. And lock his phones, and we're having a blast, obviously. And Peter Jackson McGibson will have to take the directing notes every day. Take notes from what we wrote down for this day with your assistant director. That way you're well prepped. And that way you get a good movie, obviously. As I don't want these guys winging it for my fucking masterpiece. I need you guys prepped for the 3 years. The masterpiece that you did for Passion of Christ, Lord of the Rings, I need you guys prepped for that for the movie. That way you get a good movie and then what? You don't get something messy happening like they did for The Hobbit. Because The Hobbit was a fucking mess, man. Even though the movies were okay, but The Hobbit was a mess, man. When you compare it to what? The third movie was terrible. When you compare The Hobbit to Lord of the Rings, you see a huge difference, obviously. The horrible CGI effects for the orcs. You had the full-on CGI orcs. You had the mess of the third movie. That dwarf king looked fake. It was a fucking mess, man. I don't want that happening from my Zane's movie. Zane's is my fucking baby. See what I'm saying here? Zane's is my fucking baby. I don't want that mess happening for my fucking movie, man. Zane's is my baby. I don't want anyone ruining that story, man. Zane's is a unique story. It's a fucking unique story. Yeah. Hence why I'm looking at, going back to the script developers, hence why I'm looking at something crazy for the bidding war in Hollywood for the script developer position. For the secretaries and all them, they won't be a bidding war because most secretaries in Hollywood will never make $1 million. They're gonna make like $200,000 to $150,000 in Hollywood. Script develop, the head of production, account, legal advisor, those guys make like $200K in Hollywood. And they won't be bidding war for those guys, but for the script developer, you're listening crazy. The executive position, co-writer position, script developer position, you're listening crazy in Hollywood, man. All these guys who sign up, they're looking at a bidding war. Hollywood's gonna throw these guys all out of money, man. I can easily compete with them. Just pay them a fat signing bonus and a nice yearly salary and give them all these nice perks. Easily compete with Hollywood. Yeah, for the world tour, all your expenses are paid for. Your flights, your feeding, and your living is all paid for. You get to experience that fate with the region. That's why I gave them a good deal. Yeah, I'd rather work for Ivan than work in Hollywood. Plus, I gave them the freedom too. Whereas in Hollywood, you don't get freedom. You're a dirty slave. You have to do it, man. You want to make your billions, you got to do it in Hollywood. Whereas for Ivan's company, you don't have to do anything. You get your freedom, you get your nice perks. Yeah. That's why all these guys would rather work for me, obviously. They'd rather work for me. That's the highest I'm going to go. Like, I'm not going any higher than I'm willing to go for all these guys. Look, man, if Ryan Johnson's agreeing and he wants like $30 million, look, I'm not paying you $3 million. That's crazy. You're not worth it. $17.5 million is good enough. If you don't like my offer, go back to Halloween Jersey. You don't like my offer, obviously. I'm not going any higher than $37 million for JJ Abrams. If he wants like $50 million, I'm not paying $50 million. That's crazy. You're not worth it. You may be worth that crazy money in Hollywood, but you're not worth that for my movie, as you're not the main show. Yeah, you're worth a lot of money, but if you think for 1 second I'm gonna have you pay you like $100 million, $80 million bonus, you're fucking crazy. I'm not paying you that. That fat, crazy deal that you signed in Hollywood. If you think for 1 second I'm gonna pay that, you're fucking crazy. I would never pay you $500 million. That's fucking crazy. I would never pay you that. That's crazy. $37 million is good enough. You get your $8 million on your side and your $4 million on your side. That's good enough. If Jon Favreau wants more than $30 million, I'm not paying him that. That's crazy. You're never going to make this bonus in Hollywood. Yeah, you have a higher yearly salary, but you're never going to make that fat bonus in Hollywood. $30 million is good enough. I'm not going any higher than that for Jon Favreau. I'm not going any higher than $40 million for Dave Filoni, as I'm being very generous. As chances are, Lucasfilm probably offer Dave Filoni like $7 million a year. And to keep him happy, you pay him a nice $40 million sign bonus, which is what? A nice almost $9 million in your bank before you start work, and you get your nice $2 million on your side. It's a good deal. You get all these perks, the royalties, you know what I'm saying? The bonus after filming, the two-week vacation. I'm giving you a good deal. Flying on my private jet for the world tour, expenses, travel, flight, travel, living, and feeding paid for. I'm giving you a good deal. $2,000 gift card, yeah. Money for the commercials. All these nice perks, yeah, man. Taking on, partying out my condo, my yacht. Yeah, I'm giving you nice perks, obviously. That's a good deal. If Dave Filoni's greedy and he wants a $12 million, look, man, you're not worth that. You're only worth a couple $1 million. I'm not going to pay you $12 million sign. That's crazy. $14 million sign bonus is good enough. That's $9 million. That's about $9 million in your bank. That's a good deal before you start work. So if Hollywood offers him, I don't know, $8 million a year, that's $4.8 million in your bank. If I pay you $14 million sign bonus, that's double the amount of money that you're making for your side before you even start work, and you get your $2 million side. I'm giving you a better deal and all these perks. I'm giving you a better deal. Yeah, man. Your retirement package, $3.5 million, will give you a good deal. As Hollywood will never give Jon Favreau only a retirement package. No company does this, man. All companies who give their employees a retirement package, even the big companies, what they do is they take money from their salary. Whereas me, I'm not taking a dime from my salary. I'm taking money out of my own pocket and I'm putting that towards a retirement package. A multiple dollar retirement package is a good deal. When you retire, you're well taken care of. I'm giving you a good deal, obviously. Two-week vacation, yeah, man. Do not let these people dupe you, man. Even VJ will be like, yeah, Ivan, we can't let these guys. Yes, VJ, we can't. Even though we're billionaires, do not let these guys dupe you. If Jon Favreau and JJ Abrams want a piece of me and VJ's royalties, they're not worth it. Look, man, you're worth a nice bonus, but if you think for 1 second I'm going to give you $20, $30, $40 million of my royalties, you're not getting a piece of my royalties. You're not worth it, man. As the whole world's not going crazy because Jon Favreau and JJ Abrams are co-executive producers of Mandalorian. Yeah, they may build a bit of buzz because they directed and co-executive produced Mandalorian, but they're not worth your royalties. You have to let these people know that, man. They're not worth your royalties. As I'm not stupid. Look, man. Yeah, John and JJ, you know what I'm saying? You may be worth a lot of money, but I'm a nice bonus, but you're not. If you think 1 second, I'm going to have you get a piece of my royalties, but you're not worth it. You're not worth my royalties. As if I gave them a piece of my royalties, they would probably laugh. Yeah, man, we duped Ivan and VJ. We're not worth our royalties. Yes, you're not worth our royalties. That's what I'm not going to do by that. You're not worth my fucking royalties. But I'm so even though I'm greedy, I'm generous. I'm willing to pay you a lot of money that you'll never make in Hollywood. Well, JJ Abrams signed a massive deal in Hollywood, so he's the exception. But all the other guys are not going to make his money in Hollywood. Chances are Rian Johnson got a couple $1 million for directing Last Jedi. He got a couple $1 million for directing Knives Out 2. Knives Out, see what I'm saying? Even if he got $10 million for Knives Out 2, it's still not the kind of money I'm paying him to work for my company. At $17.5 million is like $10.5 million, $10.4 million in after taxes. So even if Rian Johnson made $10 million for Knives Out, That's $6 million after taxes, and you also have his agent. That's like $5 million something. I pay him a $17.5 million bonus. That's double the amount of money he's making for that one movie for his salary. $10+ million after taxes in bonuses before you even start work, and he gets this rich 2.1 million. I'm giving him a better deal. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah. Who's gonna choose? I don't know. Chances are I'm gonna choose Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, but I might even choose Ryan Coogler. Maybe Ryan Coogler and Jon Favreau instead of Dave Filoni. You never know, man. Because Ryan Coogler's a fucking genius. Black Panther's a fucking masterpiece. It's the best story. It's the best movie best style movie out of all the Marvel movies. You see what I'm saying here? Black Panther is the best movie out of all the Marvel movies. Yeah. Once I pay this fee and I cry my heavy tears and I suffer death, my mental anguish, I suffer death, obviously. I wake up, obviously, in the hospital. My wife can see me now. No more crazy crying, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We meet, you know what I'm saying? We go to Vancouver. I'm going to have this talk with hey, VJ, who do you think is the best candidate? The two candidates. I'm thinking Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, you know what I'm saying? Guaranteed VJ will be like, yeah, I'm thinking Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They created Mandalorian. I don't know if VJ's seen Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure she has. I saw Mandalorian. Mandalorian is an amazing show. I think we should hire these two guys. And I'll hire those two guys, I'm saying. Yeah. Because Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are executive producers of Mandalorian, chances are they're pretty good friends. Hence why, if I do hire John, chances are I'm going to hire Dave Filoni. Because they have a connection. They're friends. They're executive produce shows. They'll work better together. If I were to hire those other two, see what I'm saying here? Yeah, Ivan. Yeah, me and Dave Filoni are pretty good friends. Yeah, you guys that can produce Mandalorian, you guys are pretty good friends. Obviously, you're the boss of the whole Star Wars shows. Obviously, like Mandalorian, Boba Fett. Boba Fett was okay. You know what I'm saying? You have Obi-Wan coming out. Hopefully that show's good. You have Ahsoka. They're the boss of all those shows. Hence why they're probably good friends, pretty good friends. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah. Hence why they're looking at something crazy for the bidding war in Hollywood, man. Hollywood's gonna throw these out, but even then, yeah, we can't compete with Hollywood. As Hollywood's not gonna pay Jon Favreau a $30 million yearly salary, no. As executives in Hollywood don't even make that. On average, don't even make. Some of them make more than that, obviously, but even CEOs and executives in Hollywood don't even make $30 million a year. They probably make on average $20 million, $40 million a year. You see what I'm saying here? Hence, me paying him a $30 million signing bonus is a fucking good deal. Me paying Dave Filoni a $40 million signing bonus is a good deal. So that's a rich salary for and they're gonna be the what? They're gonna be the boss of my company, obviously. After me and VJ. After me, VJ, and Peter Jackson for Last of Us Zane. For Last of Us Zane is after me, VJ, and Peter Jackson, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, whoever's hired, they're going to be the boss of my company, obviously. But Peter Jackson is the boss over them. Peter Jackson, I'm giving him full power. Or Mel Gibson, they're going to be the boss of my whole movie. Look, Peter, you're the boss of even my 17, man. You're the boss, man. I won't have him do the dirty work because he's the boss. I'll just have him consult with the 17, obviously, and I'll have him help me and VJ with the main 8 business calls. And help me sign the contracts, co-write the script with me, and do the contracts, and that's it. And take his direct notes, that's it. Pay you a nice $10 million bonus, which is, I don't know, $13 million in your New Zealand money. You got your nice, I don't know, $7 million check after your agent, $6.5 million check after your agent. Because don't forget, I'm paying Peter Jackson in Canadian, and Peter Jackson lives in New Zealand. He's getting New Zealand money. So I pay him $10 million, that's, I don't know, that's like $13 million in New Zealand money. So Peter Jackson's making, I don't know, after his age, he's making like, I don't know, $6.5 million. Nice paycheck. Obviously. $6.5 million. All you have to do is co-write the script with me, do the concept arts, help me with the eight main things, and take your direct notes, and that's it. I consult with 17. That's all he has to do. I won't have to do the dirty work. Because he's the boss. He's the boss, obviously. He's your executive producer. And help me sign the contracts. That's it. That's me and VJ and Peter Jackson will be chilling pretty much. Because we're the boss. I was like, okay, Peter, you're the boss. I won't have you do the work, but it doesn't hurt to consult with 7 teams. You know what I'm saying? For the business. And I want George Lucas consulting with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, helping them run the company. Okay, give them tips how to run the company, George. You own your own company independent from Lucas from Hollywood. Help Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni or Ryan Coogler, whoever's hired. Help them run the company, obviously, and help me, VJ, run the company too. I need your help, George. Yeah, Joe, I'll consult. Yes, you're barely going to be working. I'm giving you a nice $120,000 deal. You know what I'm saying? Just consult and help us out, man. You don't have to do any work, George. I'm not paying you that much, but consult. See what I'm saying here? As George Lucas will barely be working. I know what I'm doing. Okay, who's the best man to consult? Okay, for my first movie, it doesn't hurt to hire someone to help consult. Help me run the company. Help Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni or Ryan Coogler or J.J. Abrams. Help them run the company. Consult. You own your own company, independent from Hollywood. Help us out. Okay, I'll help you out. Yes, help me out, George. See what I'm saying here? Help us out. You know what I'm doing? Yes, I know what I'm doing. It's the reason why I'm hiring George Lucas because I'm not stupid. I'm gonna need help. I'm gonna need some help. And I'm gonna need some input how to run the company. Hey George, I don't know anything about. I know a little bit. I know a lot about the film entertainment industry. Obviously, I did my research, but I need someone who owns their own company to consult and help me out. Help Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni out. Give us some tips. See what I'm saying here? I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm going to keep on saying this. If Jon Favreau's greedy and he wants, I guarantee you, Jon Favreau, what he'll do is he'll try and get a piece of the royalties. You know what I'm saying? Which is a big no. He's not getting a piece of Movie's royalties. And if that doesn't work, he'll try and get a rich yearly salary. I don't know. I want a $9 million yearly salary. Look, John, I paid you a $30 million signing bonus that you're worth that, but you're not. If you think for 1 second, I'm going to pay you that big bonus to have you affect my budget and have me pay you, I don't know, $10 million. That's crazy. I'm not paying you that. That's crazy. You're worth a nice $30 million signing bonus, John, but you're not worth that signing bonus and have me pay you a $10 million signing bonus. That's crazy. A $6 million yearly salary and a $3 million yearly salary is good enough. As you're walking away with millions in your bag, yeah, it'll be a good deal. If I were to pay John $10 million a year, $9 million a year after that $30 million signing bonus, he's ripped me off. He's not worth that. He'd be affecting my budget. As the money I'm paying you is through the yearly salary I'm paying you is through the budget. The bonus I'm paying out of my pocket, I'm nice enough to pay that bonus out of my pocket, me and VJ's pocket. But the yearly salary is paid through the budget. Think for 1 second, I'm going to pay you $10 million. That's crazy. You're being greedy. You're not worth that. $6 million, $3 million is good enough. If you're walking away with $3.6 million and $1.8 million in your bank, that's a good deal. If J.J. Abrams is greedy and he wants, $12 million yearly salary after $37 million signing bonus, look, man, you're worth that $37 million signing bonus. If you think 1 second, I'm going to pay you that bonus and have me pay you a $12 million yearly salary, you rip me off. That's crazy. You're going to be affecting my budget. That's $8 million and $4 million is good enough. You're walking away with $2.4 million and $4.8 million in your bank for yearly salary, which is a nice fucking deal. I'm not paying you. If Dave Filoni is greedy and he wants $4 million, look, man, I'm not paying you $4 million. You're not worth that. I paid you a rich $4 million signing bonus, which is $9 million in your bank, about $9 million in your bank. I paid you your rich $2 million yearly salary, which is $1.2 million in your bank every year. That's a good fucking deal. If you don't like it, go back. You're more than welcome to go back working no Mandalorian, being a dirty slave, getting served that shitty food, working in that shittier $100 million budget, and being a dirty slave. You don't like my offer, and be left behind and be the side tension. You don't like my offer. I'm gonna be very strict. I'm gonna have this talk with you. Hey VJ, do not let these script developers dupe you, and do not let these actors dupe you. It's not just the actors; you also have your script developers. Do not let these greedy sharks dupe you, man. You're worth a nice bonus. If you think 1 second, I'm going to pay you $10 million a year. That's crazy, man. I'm not going to pay you a $30 million sign bonus and pay you a $10 million a year. That's crazy, man. You're going to be affecting my budget, and you're not worth that kind of money, man. You're not worth it, man. You're not Kevin Feige. You're not Peter Jackson. You're not Mel Gibson. You know what I'm saying? You're not those guys. Hence, I'm not gonna, if you think 1 second I'm going to pay that money, I'm not going to pay you that money. That's crazy, man. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna pay you that kind of money. That's crazy. Yeah, man. You have to let these people. You look, man. You get paid for what you're worth, man. Yeah, you're worth a nice big bonus, but if you think of 1 second, I'm gonna pay you that big bonus, and I also pay you $10 a year. You're crazy. I'm not paying you that money. You're going to be affecting my budget. I have to pay. It's not just about you. I also have to pay the crewmen. I have to pay the actors. It's all part of the budget. I also have to pay the what? The other members of 17. Yeah, man, you're affecting my budget. As I have to pay the second who's a rich $1 million salary. I have to pay the other three. It's not just about you guys. I have to pay my other members of my 17 the rich salary. If I pay you $10 million, you'd be affecting my budget. I have to put money into the budget. You'd be affecting my budget. I'm not paying you that money. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, music can easily afford it, but look, man, you get paid for what you're worth as well. I'm not going to take out the checkbook. I'm not going to put like 430, 440 million towards salary. That's crazy. 410 is more than enough. I'm not going any higher than that. I'm already putting a crazy amount of money towards salaries. I'm not going to pay Jon Favreau and like JJ Abrams like 10, 12 million. No, that's crazy. I'm not paying you that salary, man. You get paid for what you're worth as well, man. I'm not going to pay Dave Filoni $4 million. No, he's not worth that salary. That's $2 million is good enough. I pay you a rich bonus that you're never going to make in Hollywood, and I pay you a rich salary. That's good enough. That's what Jon Favreau, but I'm not accepting your deal. You know I'm saying? He'll try and get a piece of the royalties and the higher yearly salary. I'm going to say no, I'm not paying him. Okay, I'm not accepting your deal. It's a good deal. Yeah, I'm giving you a good deal. A $30 million signing bonus, which is 18 plus million in your bank. 18.5 million in your bank before you start work. I'm willing to give you a rich $6 million, $3 million. So that's a good deal. $3 million is 1.8 million in your bank. That's a nice salary. And $6 million is 3.6 million in your bank. You also get your $3,500 gas card, your $2,000 gift card, your two $50,000 bonus after the film is complete. You get your 2 week vacation at a top-notch resort. See what I'm saying? I'm giving you a good deal. You get your royalty checks. I'm giving you a good deal. And you also get your perks. Fly my private jet for the world tour, if it happens, obviously. The luxury buffet, 3rd and 4th year. Yeah. The takeouts, limo driver for the takeouts, partying out my condo, my yacht. A lounge, yeah, I'm giving you a good deal. Yeah, man. So I'm a